Odyssey. How is everybody? I want to thank all you guys coming over to my secondary new channel, which is SparKrist Inspiration. I do the daily pops of positivity over there. I do all kinds of suggestions. The new moon read is just up over there. Love, career, all kinds of things. I post daily over there. So come on over and join. And I would love for you to also come over to Instagram, because I'm doing not only a beautiful pair of turquoise and gold evil eye earrings giveaway, but also the Goddess Provisions, which is off the hook, as you guys just saw. So this is going to be what's coming in November for love, career, inspiration, whatever it is and comes through for your pile. That is what we're going to focus on. And I'm just going to use the beautiful Beyond Lumeria cards, because they just kind of like, they just transcend everything and just boom, have the picture right crystal clear for me. So number 1 is going to be Shine Your Light. There's also a number 44. Number 2 is Beyond the Mind, number 20. And number 3 is 22, Crystal Keys. So we are going to see what is going on for November and where you might have breakthroughs. Look at her tail. I'm dying. I finally got moonbeams to lay down. I just filmed for SparKrist Inspiration, the Daily Pop of Positivity, and I'll tell you what, I don't know how many times she walked back and forth on the set, laid on the cards, went back, her tail was blocking the camera, she was knocking the microphone. She hasn't seen me in 24 hours because it was rainy and terrible out for the last couple of days, but I went out and petted her the day before when I saw her, and she's just a neighborhood. I think she's just a wild cat and a free spirit, but I love it. But she definitely is used to me all summer, sitting out here for hours and playing with her while I'm doing my reads. And because I was busy, she couldn't leave me alone for like 20 minutes. It was so sweet. I love her to death. So let's see what's coming on for November for you guys. Okay, I love November. It's my birthday month, y'all. I'm excited. Sagittarius. Comment down below if you guys are November babies. So listen, right away for group 1, Shine Your Light. You are going to be doing what you love. This is time for you to thrive. This is like giving from the overflow, your life purpose. Because now is your time to really be your authentic self. You're going to feel a lot of compassion and a lot of self-empowerment in November, where you're like, and I talked about this on my other video, and this just went right into my bones. And it's this funny show. It's like this funny show with Nicholas Hoult and I forget, but it's the Great, Catherine the Great, and she's talking about when she wants to have reform and change in Russia, and she's like, what the hell? She's like, we're only here as these particular beings in time, and if we can initiate change and we're in a position of power or authority to do it, why aren't we doing it? Now, this is what I say to each and every one of us for our lives. We are the empress and emperor of our lives. We can initiate change moment to moment, day to day, month to month, and this is what you're noticing, and you're going, that habit, scrap that. That is not helping me anymore. It could be fixating on something or someone. It could be over indulging in something, anything, food, salt, sugar, whatever it is. Another thing, just working to such an extreme that you think, oh my gosh, I don't even have time for leisure and relaxation. And November is a funny pressure point for a lot of people, because it's that quick procession into Christmas, right? Where all of a sudden November is gone and they're like, holy cow. All of those things. And this is you going, no, I'm going to shine my light, knowing you're amazing. There's nobody like you, and nobody can do you like you do, right? We sometimes feel the need to be a certain way, and it's not aligned with our authentic self. So keep this in mind in November when you're thinking these impulse buys, like, oh, I really want to impress this person. Why do you want to impress this person and buy them an expensive Christmas gift? Or do you prevaricate and drive yourself crazy on who gets what and what they'll think about what you give them? I'm really lucky in the area that I just I get a sense, like a sixth sense of what would do of service in somebody's life, or what gem they like, or what colors. I see a lot of things in colors and shapes, so I'm very lucky to kind of like surmise what people want, and our family does list. But I've never come from a place like, ooh, what will impress somebody? Remember, like a lot of you people, when you were new mothers and you were going to birthday parties, and this new friendship meant a lot, so you might overspend on the birthday present or the gifts or whatever. This isn't about that. This is just really what matters, energetic exchange. Doing what we love brings so much like goodness to our hearts, and it filters into other areas of our lives. So that's part of what you're going to be doing, and you're definitely going to feel like, you know what, for much of my life I didn't do any of these particular things, but now they appeal to me, and guess what? I'm going to try them. I'm going to try to paint, sing, all of that. Also, alignment is coming up for you, and this is major because When we're in alignment, forget it. Nothing affects us. Nothing is heavy. Nothing is extreme. Nothing is complicated, right? I always feel like inner simplicity is alignment, right? Inner integrity, being a vibrational match for what you want to bring into your life. You're going to be just a rich component of channeling all that in for yourself, because you're going, why would I have all this extra? Why would I have drama? Why would my focus be over there when it should be on my hopes and dreams and how to feel happy and good? This is you definitely manifesting from a place of love and energy flowing where your attention is going, okay? No more subconscious or conscious sabotaging anything. Seamlessly actualizing your dreams. That's what you're stepping into, because we all have the ability to manifest the life we want to call in. However, we may find our desires are not actualizing as we hope, because energy goes where our attention flows, and if our thoughts or focus are fixating on something that opposes what we want, like fearful, or oh, I'm not, or what if, this person that I like doesn't like me, or what if they think I'm too A, B, and C, all of that, those little fears, those little ego things, it opposes what we want, right? Those kind of thoughts, instead of they are going to find me dynamic and loving and lovable, right? So to bring something into your life, become the vibrational match for it and imagine what it feels like to already have it. And you're going to be able to do that. You are going to prepare yourselves in your environment as if you're manifesting is a certainty. So it creates a shift in your thinking and you're completely aligned. So also, look at where your desires and manifestations are being seated. If your plans or dreams are not unfolding like you like them to, take a deeper look at other areas of your life, right? Is something out of step with integrity? Are you yesing somebody to death when you just want to say no? Are you spending time with people that are lower vibrational, out of obligation, whatever it is? I feel like this is your major, big shift in November is alignment. I feel like you're going to be bringing the appropriate love and people and kindred spirits into your life. You're also aligning with your prosperity frequency, bringing more abundance and money into your life too, because that's what alignment is. Once that first thing goes in and we have a good relationship with the energy of generosity and money and giving in the flow and realizing more is coming, that's what happens. Same things with enriched relationships. Listen, I'm really going to listen 100% consciously to what this person is saying and be aware and look at all the demonstrations playing out on their expressions, their face, their posture, all of this. So I can really get deep-seated meaning out of this exchange instead of, spacing off. Oh, when I want to go to this store, I want to go read that and just flaking out of the conversation, right? I love her. She's always got to participate some way in this video. But I just feel like November is rich alignment time for you, Group 1, where you're just like, little things don't faze you because you have more important fish to fry for sure. So that's you guys. Beautiful energy. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below if you need a private read. Anything else, come over and see me on my new channel, which is SparKrist Inspiration. You get your dailies, you get all your goodies. Come over to Instagram, which is SparKrist11, and win your free jewelry and Goddess Provisions box. Just by subscribing over here and following me, you're automatically entered. Private reads, everything else all down below, my Etsy store. Thank you guys for all your love and support. Yeah, Group 1, number 1, you are ready to shine your light and get out there and live beyond those limitations for sure. Okay, so number 2, beyond the mind. This I love because November for you guys, this is you thinking with your heart. You're going to be utterly present. You have a gorgeous heart and mind connection. Meditation is going to start to come in for you because you're understanding the bliss of being, of quieting your monkey mind down, fathoming things that you haven't thought possible before. Happiness really is within. It's an inside job. It's all interior. So you're going beyond what seems like logical explanations of things and finding this balance, because the mind is really a wonderful tool for moving us through logistics and elements of life so we can function in the world. But its endless chatter, the self-doubt, limiting stories, subconscious programs can keep us in our suffering, right? We believe that story or that grid that was set out or out for us, or our parents saying, you can't have that unless you do that. You need to be certified for that. You're too tall, you're too short for that. A, B, and C, whatever. These saboteurs that come in, that is not our story, but we keep reinitiating them because we're used to it and we're habitual, that sort of thing. So now we are recognizing the fundamental problem with mind chatter is it takes us out of the present moment. So now you're beyond the mind and you're not going to be stuck in the past or worrying about the future. I love this because this is saying when you take a step outside your mind-based concerns and limitations, you look at things in a over logical way that hinder you. They obstruct access to your superpowers, because when you're always in those mind-based concerns, that's what happens. So you get transfixed by these little things or past experiences. But now you're really listening to your heart and gut. So I want to pull what's going on. Yes. So you're going to be experienced. For you guys, this is a spiritual month. It really is. You're going to journey into this wholeness of self where you realize you don't need any external to validate you. You don't need, you don't need a lot of things. You're simplifying. It's self-acceptance, it's wholeness, it's unconditional love for you and others around you. This is like soul fragments returning and also accepting others as they are. Big time staying energetically present, accepting all parts of yourself. You're really healing any internal disease, like where you're thinking, I'm not enough. This is, they are going to think A, B, and C, anything in the negative. You're just thinking, it really, all this silly, trivial stuff does not matter. You are going for it. It's like your canvas is empty and you're going to refill it with what you want. So it's one of those things that if we find ourselves in relationship scenarios where we see great potential, we put our love and attention focus into it. Because why would we be half checked out in a relationship? Why would we be skeptical of where it's going, doubtful, fearful, and untrusting? All of these things where it's like, boom, journey to wholeness. I am lovable. I am attaining harmony. For you guys, this November is huge on you gaining spiritual balance, which is fantastic because when that happens, we simplify and we get supreme life satisfaction. The little things satisfy us. That great cup of tea, a beautiful sunset, the affection from a pet. Because we are living in present moment awareness, the spiritual side of us is always trying to bring that forth and saying, listen, when we feel that sun, when we hear that laughter, things are simple. We are not some greedy, striving, grasping, impatient, matrix thinking people. You ever see that around? Like, let me give you the worst case scenario of that. It's probably like a Black Friday, right? Where people will literally trample one another's women, children, and animals to get to a big screen TV or whatever that is. That's the worst case. So you are going on the complete opposite of the spectrum where you have everything that you need. You feel a sense of graciousness, fullness, wholeness. A very 10 of Cups moment is journey to wholeness where you just feel good and you feel good. You are manifesting, you're sowing seeds of your dreams, you are creating your reality, you're trusting what you desire is already happening. This is real magic making for you because you're in that silver slick lane where you're just like, I'm not distracted, I am not, I am not lacking, I'm just moving forward step by step. I always feel like simplicity brings in the state of grace because that's when we live in the now. That's when we have present moment awareness. We hear what that person is trying to say to us. We see that beautiful symbology and synergy all around us. And that's what's happening. And you're going to feel beautiful in your dreams, fruitions unfolding in front of you, and gratitude and mindfulness. Like, I feel like November is going to be huge for mindfulness for you. Therefore, you're able to conduct your relationships and business and monetary aspects with full attention, full present moment awareness. Therefore, you're going to kind of see what's happening, like a real conduit of deeper understanding. And because of that, you're going to feel a sense of peace, feel a sense of calm, and you're going to know what energy is deserving of your time and attention, which is huge, right? I feel like you're going to have this kind of different level of consciousness, but also what comes with that sometimes and is crazy is these ascension, ascension flu things where sometimes we get a little dizzy, vertigo. It's just one of the, it's hard to explain where some days it's easy to just pop up and go to and go. And then other days you're like, I need a moment to kind of like ground out before each and every little activity. Right. And take the time to do that because you really are reaching this journey to wholeness. This is ascension time. This is huge symbology. You're going to be hearing a lot of things that are kind of out of the realm of normalcy, but you don't doubt and you don't fear it. And you're just like, yeah, that bird that's sitting on that tree that keeps making that noise and looking right at me is a beautiful communication through spirit. And you're going to have lots of these gorgeous things. You're going to be able to just weather anything, any things that seem like storms to other people is just going to be this little blip on your radar, because you're like, you know what? It's not deserving of my attention. I'm ready to be calm, grounded, and satisfied with the simplicity of what's happening now. And that's going to be huge. You are going to see an increase of your health, your patience, and all of the good things and the things that matter. So beautiful energy, group 2. I love that for you. If you're new to my channel, you guys, welcome. My name is Melanie. I appreciate you so much watching my videos and your great feedback and comments. You guys, honestly, you make me laugh. You make me cry. It's so awesome. So again, all my links are down below for private reads. Anything else, if you need a private read, I get back to you within 48 hours and your video is ready. Boom, all done. And if you come over to Instagram, I also have all kinds of services and fun things and competitions and free giveaways over there. And that is SparKrist 11. So thank you guys, and thank you to my patrons for supporting me and gifting me these fun new decks and everything. I appreciate it more than I can say. So love, love, love. Okay, you guys, now we're going to go on to crystal keys, which I love this. I love this deck so much because it's like a tarot and oracle combination with the numbers and all the things going with this. And comment down below if 22s and 222s have been figuring heavily in your life too. I have been having 2s off the chart. And this is about hidden wisdom codes, potent information, Lumerian crystal seeds, seeing your triggers as a gift. Because now when people say stuff, you can recognize and go, no, that's not going to affect me anymore. I'm not going to have any of this small play, any of this drivel, any of this silliness. I don't want to participate in anything that is distracting and low vibration from simplicity of love and present moment awareness. It's going to be huge. This is November is huge for you looking at your inner environment and healing through awareness. Though certain things people say, you're going to pause now. You're like, nope, I am not getting pulled into that. They know that by saying A, B, and C or doing A, B, and C, my everyday old reaction would be this: to be combative, to start to jump into the fray. And this person obviously just wants a reaction. And now you're aware of that and you're like, that is their energy, that is their projection. So November for you is a huge awareness month for you to notice what other people want from you and why, and how you're now going to go about it in a kind of more nobler aspect where you just don't participate if it's something lower vibrational, like people want to pull you in and have you say something bad about somebody else or make you feel bad about yourself. You're like, most people that want to do that, it's an absolute projection of themselves. They feel bad about themselves and who they are, so they want to pull you into that mire, okay? So now you're like, I've got this. You're not attached to this matrix thinking anymore. You're having like ethical consumption. You're not being wasteful. You're really in a good heart space right now. You are going to see all these endless opportunities, really making great decisions. You're going to have a couple roads that you come up to and you're like, wow, that was an unrealized opportunity over and over in my life, but now I see the synchronicities. I am supposed to participate in this, and I'm supposed to say yes to life, to love, to all of this, and not be fearful. We really only get to go around once as this person, this carnation, with these people, family, and friends, as these particular individuals. So why aren't we just brave and going for it? We never know how long we have, so why would we ever want to look back and regret and go, oh, I shoulda, woulda, coulda? And you're not doing that anymore. You have these crystal keys that are going to unlock these doors for some superb opportunities. So November, I feel like your key word is group 3, is business opportunities and interrelationship opportunities to mend, repair, and have serious personal growth within this. Because again, you're like, oh, this is what I want. And when you're faced with a decision, check where your integrity kind of lies and peel back the layers to see where you're making your choices from. Are you choosing a fear-based survival or a place of love? You have this beautiful pause button where you're going to have these hangman moments where you're just like, you know what? I'm going to stop for a moment and just say, I feel this is a little wonky, and I'm going to pause and think. And our body gives us cues and clues. I love that you have the love and compassion. I feel like a lot of love and care is going to come in for you, towards you. So get in a receptive mode for that too. But again, let's get back to crystal keys when we're talking about, it's this new innovative feeling where you're like, when I pause and think, I'm not reactionary and I really know what's going on because I feel it in my bones. You ever start to get that thing, like that little thing in your stomach or that little tick in your eye, and you just know this let's go for it. This feels absolutely right. Or the opposite of, no, you know what, I'm going to pause. We never have to do anything immediately. You're going to let go of that that edgy immediacy where you feel like, oh, if somebody emailed me, I have to do it right now. If somebody orders something, I have to take care of it right now. There's that sense of urgency is going to dissipate because you realize your time is your time. It's very valuable. You don't have to jump into anything. And also when we have a knee-jerk response to do something immediately, that's usually out of obligation. So we wouldn't do our best anyway. So you have a pause until you're in your element and you feel like doing it. I have to do this when I give advice for sure, whether it's financial, spiritual, whatever my client is going through. I have to meditate on it for a little time and think about it, think where my headspace is, theirs, and I usually go back outside and get in nature and clear my head, do a smudging, something of that nature. Like, we're always at different pinpoints in our mind and heart space, right? So when we are in the capacity to want to do it is when we should do it. And that's a big, big turn for you where you're not going to do stuff out of obligation. And you're also going to feel good getting out of your comfort zone because you're realizing there's not a lot to be learned there. There's not a lot of growing, and there's not a lot of interesting things that happen there because you've already done it before. That's why you're comfortable, which is important. But the universe wants to give you what you want. It's all there. So you're going to reach out wholeheartedly and choose it. That's that loving compassion, knowing you're in this evolutionary stage where you're going to overcome challenges. You're going to ride the waves of life. You're going to expand out of a problem instead of diving in it and get all convoluted and have that heavy energy that is suppressing you. Instead, you are just riding the wave over it and going, okay, you're going to flourish in the face of change. A lot of you guys are changing houses, schools, different things, going back to jobs. And, where other people might get unnerved or whatever, you're unperturbed by it because you're like, this is simply a blip in time. This is just an event. I'm going to do my best where I am with what I have, and I'm going to let this just play out. I'm not going to get stressed about anything. Life is way, way too short. Like, you all have that relative, I know, and we all do. We have that one relative where everything gets them worked up and they literally look like their head's going to explode due to blood pressure or whatever, right? Like, who the hell gets that angry about that? Or who the hell, and usually it's reactionary energy, like, right, if somebody says something about the family or them, they get explosive. That is diving deep in your emotional pool, and it's so counterproductive to health. So by just riding on top and going, that's her opinion, that's how they live, this is what I choose to do, like everything light and bright and simple. You are not taking things to heart every moment. It's like you're just weaving your way lightly through the world and bringing in what matters to you. It's like you have this beautiful kind of new lens of perspective and opportunity where, hey, before these things used to trigger and bother me, it was like, now this alignment is falling into place so you feel good. So when you draw on these inner resources, everything is going to pull you through. You have the qualities you need to shine. Don't lose sight on the bigger picture. And you're going to be pushed to greater and deeper learnings in this month. You have these beautiful crystal keys, this loving compassion that keeps you calm and focused, and it's onward and upward for you. So you're just going to feel at a place of peace and satisfaction with who you are and what you're doing. And bless. Because it's a wonderful thing, and I often have to do this. And the moment I step outside in nature, I just feel completely whole. I don't feel pressurized to do anything, be anything, buy anything, or all of that. I just love just being, right? Just hearing the birds, just existing, just being at peace. And it's wonderful. And, I'm going to continue to live my life like that. And anytime, you guys feel unsteady or you feel out of whack, feel free to come over to Instantgo and Instagram and just DM me and be like, I have this situation. Is there anything that you know about this? Because if there's one thing I can do, I can research material like a banshee. I've always been a fantastic researcher because I worked at Walden Books as a manager for lots of years, and I just read all these crazy things and I realized how to connect the dots. And if I'm able to help in any way, shape, or form, I'm more than happy to. Oftentimes it's just the need to express something, right? A problem shared is a problem that is halved immediately, right? And oftentimes just keeping that in and not expressing it, you can think something's wrong or it's bigger than it is. So always come over and feel free to be like, oh, Mel, I'm just having this situation. Any advice? And I'll be more than happy to help you. That's one of the reasons I went over on Instagram, so I could have those like nice private discussions with people. Because you guys are the best. You support me. You're absolutely wonderful. And just to let you know, too, that if you haven't heard, I have my secondary channel. If you're wondering where all the daily pops of positivity and all the smaller videos are on all different things, they're over on SparKrist Inspiration. I have a secondary channel now. Because Ian really wanted to help make these more fun and popping, but he can't do that every day. So we decided, that we'd focus some of the bells and whistles over here, and then have fun, fast content over on the other channel as well. So love and light to you guys. If you need a private read or anything, my Patreon, everything is down below. My Etsy shop. Thank you guys for your love and support and on my pieces and your feedback and your comments. You guys are absolutely amazing. Yeah, November, it is going to be a powerhouse breakthrough, like inspired, spiritual, simplistic month where we just cut away all the fat and we're like, this is what matters and this is where my focus goes. So love and light.